Hello, good morning. Hi, 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 hi. Welcome to the stream. Today should be quite exciting, I think. There's quite a few stocks to look out for. From yesterday, we have a few runners. McLean. We got McLean, we got AYS, we got iTronic. A bit of a sell-off, but still pretty strong. We got Euro suddenly popping up again. But this Euro is one of the more risky, more dangerous stock. But it's been known to run crazy amounts in short amount of time. It's also known to dip very hard. So it will be quite an interesting stock to play, but the order flow is very, very thin. So just as a side watch, PEB as well, been shooting upwards. You can't see much, but it's basically been limiting up non-stop. What's this thing? Okay, so just interested in PEB, honestly. One not sure how this will move. This reminds me of was it data prep? No, it's not data prep. This reminds me of what was it that kept shooting up recently? Yeah, something like this. It's been it went 4 days limit up in a row. I mean 3 days limit up in a row, and then it just shot up. So since we've been on a decent, I would say a decent run over the past few days, we made a bit of cushion for ourselves. I think today I'm gonna trade a bit looser, take a bit more risk today, see how it goes. Usually it doesn't end well for me when I up my risk, but we'll see. I'll play a bit looser, can size in a bit more mainly, and then hold on to my position slightly longer maybe. But if the first trade fails, then I'll probably just go back to my usual size, go back to my smaller size, because right now I'm playing with I downsized for the month because of how slow it was. And when the market is slow, when I start to take losses, I usually just size down so that I don't get too emotional, so that I can control all my trades. Okay, 2 minutes to the open. Looks like PEB is gonna gap up slightly. McLean is gonna gap up as well. Top glove up here. See if it makes a Hail Mary rebound today. Something similar to this. I mean, it's not much here lah, actually. But we'll see whether it does anything today. It's dropped quite a lot. I'm quite sure it's oversold on the daily chart. RSI, 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 RSI. Yep, approaching very oversold already. What target do I need to achieve per week? I don't have a weekly target because the way I trade, some weeks I can go without taking a single trade, and some weeks I can go without taking a single trade, and some weeks, like this week, I'm up like, just this week alone, I think I'm up about 18. But the last few weeks I've been going like 0 or slightly negative or just up like very little. So it's very hard to set a weekly goal, especially in our slow market. So I don't really focus on the money so much. I just focus on executing. So I don't care if I make zero. I don't care if I make 100. I don't care if I make 10,000. It doesn't matter to me. So market open, McLean up a bit, PEB. Very, very thin orders. So this is a very dangerous stock to play. Most likely you just ignore it. Itronic trying to recover anything that's left over. So Euro, top gloves, and everything quite green on the morning. Nothing spectacular to start. Leon FB is up a lot. So a huge gap up on the open. AYS selling off. So just gonna be bouncing from stock to stock while I look for any potential setups that I can trade. Right now, I mean we didn't have much to anticipate from yesterday. We had a lot of active stocks, but most of them sold off towards the end of the day, right? Itronic sold off, McLean sold off, so hard to look for a continuation upwards, but hard to look for sell-off as well because it's already sold off quite a bit. So everything doesn't look like it's doing much. PEB might sell off a little. Again, similar to yesterday, I'm interested in the 180 level if it starts to sell hard. But doesn't look like we're getting enough volume for it. So Leon FB is probably the one to look for today. Whatever all these are, DNO again, on tech, LSoft is down 11%. Where did I open McLean? So LSoft down 11%. I think the pickup was YKGI. Hard to play this. Needs a lot more time. Maybe I'll check back on it later. Leon FB. Not much movement either. So just jumping from stock to stock. Everything looks very, very slow. Very low volume. So let's just open a few. Chem, Freestar, whatever these are. See if they're any good. Texcam, gap up. Nothing happened. Gap up, nothing happened again. How's the daily? Slightly uptrend, but a few resistance points. Hit the 118 resistance. Rejected. Okay. Just close all of it. Leon Ford as well. Gap up and reject. Seems like there's quite a lot of pennies running, so I'm gonna lower my price threshold to 30 cents. Anything below 30 cents, I'll look. I mean, anything above 30 cents, I'll look. Not 50 cents anymore. There's so many things that gap up. So it makes me think that probably either there's a sector news, probably there's some sort of sector news, or some fund decided to put all their positions in overnight. So everything is moving the same way. Gap up and then start selling off. D&O, very nice daily chart. Kept on pushing up. Big sell off. Okay. How hard can it sell off? So 6 minutes into the day, nothing worth looking at so far. It's all been very choppy. All up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So nothing really significant to look at so far. Darwin is up. So Darwin is something we've seen almost every single day, but nope, no structure again. Let's see. So quite a slow start to the day. Even though we had quite a lot of moves yesterday. So let's see if there's any significant earnings. So Pre-Star up on earnings, no surprise there. Leon FB up on earnings. Okay, makes sense now. Most of the gap ups are gap up from earnings. Okay, makes a lot of sense. Euro up on earnings as well. Gets is down 600% on earnings. No surprise there. Let's see how Gets doing. No volume. Okay. Gets S Steel up, Insas up, Inari up. There we go. All of the earnings players are all gapped up, but none of them really held any of their gains, right? Yep. Yeah, and there's not enough volume to consider this for dips. So it's gonna leave them aside. What's this? AYS. How's the orders? So it bounced off what? 42. Still looks rather weak. Itronic not moving either. Euro, small rebound, not bad. DRB Highcom looks like the only one who is really holding their gains from the earnings spike. Somebody said G-Tech. Let's see. Hi, Edmund. First time watching. Is your goal to gain profit each day, or are you looking to buy and hold? I never buy and hold. That's my number one rule. I never hold overnight. I catch. I guess technically speaking, I'm scalping, but basically I catch quick moves, quick momentum moves. Like yesterday, I traded AYS. I traded AYS right here. Something like that. I got out within what was it? 4 or 5 minutes into the trade. So I usually buy and hold for like 5 to 10 minutes only. I don't hold overnight. I never ever hold overnight. I don't do research. I don't care what the company does. You can tell me the company is a loss-making company, but if the price is moving, there's a high chance I'm playing it. So nothing much that's building. No stocks really building any setup so far. D&O, gas. So only Lion Posim, whatever this is, Lion Posim is up the most. Everything else looks normal. It's selling off pretty hard. Can we look for a potential reversal? Let's check. Lion. Very, very thin orders, very dangerous, I would say. So, I'm gonna avoid it lah. Gonna avoid it if it's too risky. Not worth trying. Because I can only buy very little on this stock. And look how fast it just flushed off, man. I mean the potential is definitely there. It's dropped quite a bit. Dropped a full 20 cents, 23%. But most likely you'll end up like this as well. You will try to make one green candle and then you just die off. Somebody's trying to buy it up. Good luck to them. EEB with sell off. Let's see. Interested in the 180s, if not the 170s, if it can even drop that low. I think if I remember, there's quite a lot of support around the 190s. So yeah, 190, 191, 192, quite heavy support, but 195, 196, a lot of resistance as well. So that could be a potential move to look for. Leon FB, I'm just gonna close it. Not much to see there. Euro. Pharma. Why is Pharma selling off? Pharma on bad earnings? Did Pharma release earnings? In Itronic, all the huge volume gainers yesterday, all the huge players suddenly all die off. All volume so quiet. So when there's no setups, Take it slow. Okay? Don't force any trades. Control your itchy hand. No need to force. If you force, you're gonna lose anyway, so why would you want to do that? Farmer is starting off rather hard. I'm not sure why. So let's look back at one of the stocks that was mentioned in chat earlier, YKG. I see how that is going. You see how it sort of deflated already. Almost following the same shape as like Itronic or AYS. Just very, very weak. Yeah, all of the stocks right now are very, very muted. How did KLCI close yesterday? Yikes. Not something we want to see. Index going down. Not sure what could be a catalyst for an uptrend, because we already have the vaccine, which I thought would be a strong catalyst for the stock market to continue upwards, but seems like even with the administration of stocks, not much is moving. I mean today Top Glove, probably Supermax recovering a bit lah. But with this much resistance on the side, with this much sell-off, KLCI has been stuck at this level for 15 years. Really? This 2005. Not bad, I would say. Since 2005. This Gen 2005 closed at 900. Now we're up at 1005. Not bad. About 70% over 15 years. Not great. So let's see. It's SPY, SPX. So S&P 500 up 200% since 05. But no surprise there lah. Past 10-15 years has been a super boom for US. Let me see, SGX. What's the SGX ticker? SGX index. So Singapore, since 05, 30%, even worse. So let's check another regional index, which is Hang Seng, the Hong Kong index. Since 05, about 100%. So we're not too bad. We're not too bad. If we count the highs, if we count the recent highs that we hit, it's also 100%, which is not that bad. Anyways, everything seems to look the same so far. What was that stock that we saw earlier that dipped like hell? The Lion one, right? Lion PS. Not bad. So the 64 cent gave a small little rebound. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Wow, everything is literally flatlining. Who is the highest volume today? AYS has the highest volume. This has the highest volume. Really? Interesting. So slowly grinding downwards. When stocks grind, we don't touch it. Let's talk about GameStop. Have you seen GameStop? If you think GameStop is old news, think again. GameStop went from $60 all the way to $200 last night. Has the squeeze really been squoze? Has it really been squoze yet? Is it round 2? Back to $500? Is it possible? AMC? Has the squeeze really been squoze? Up to $11 from $7. Up to $11 post-market. $5 a few days ago, so about 100%. Round 2? Round 2 more. Boom, boom, boom. Maybe all the way 20. Maybe AMC $100. Who knows? Who freaking knows? So, if you follow the US market, tonight might be quite an exciting trading scene. If you watch anybody who trades live on the US market, tonight might be quite exciting. Because GameStop is back. And we'll see how long GameStop will last. Will it last one more? Will it only last one day? Will it push back up? Try and touch $400 again? It's like a TV series. You hit the climax and then you see the main character fall from the highs, and then now it's the reclaim of the throne. Will GME be squeezing to space again? I wonder how DNX is doing. I haven't seen DNX in a few days. So sideways, slowly selling off, slowly going into the red, as all penny stocks go. I think Xianling and Data Prep probably looks the same. Few green days, slowly into the red. Yep. So they definitely have potential to shoot back up. I mean, granted, they get strong volume lah. But until then, we just wait. We wait, we wait, we wait. You can see a lot of the steel players, Malawa, Anju. I think Uzma as well as steel. A lot of gloves, Gunting. Let's see Gunting. It's been on a very, very long downtrend, looks like. Wow. Wonder how many people bought around like the 10 ringgit level and are still holding. Who knows, maybe in the next 20 years, Genting will be a superpower. Everything is slowly grinding. Everything is so slow. Difficult, the second gen. Then again, gambling will never cease to exist, right? We just need to make it attractive to the Chinaman. I mean, that's where the majority of the revenue comes from anyways. Genting. So, what do you guys think of these live stream? Is it helpful? Do you learn anything? I would appreciate some feedback. Let me know in the comments or in the chat. Yeah. How many days have I live streamed? I think I've been doing this for, let's see. $19th. So, what's 19th? 2, 3, 4, 5. Almost 60 days. Almost 60 live streams already. Almost 60 live streams. So there's, for those of you who are interested to learn, no excuses. You can go through all of the live streams. Just look for the playlist. Look for the live stream playlist on my channel. Click on my channel. You should, and scroll down a little bit. You should see live trading on Bursa. There should be a whole playlist for you. Even though I removed it. So again, for those of you who don't know, I removed a lot of it. Right. So the latest one you can see on my channel is Monday, 8th of February. But if you go to my homepage, there's a whole playlist here where you can see my first stream all the way from like December. So I stream every single day from December onwards, all the way December into January and into February. So no excuses. If you really want to learn, what's PEB doing? PEB is going up. Okay. PEB going up, but is it really worth? I'm gonna sit this one out because of how few reasons. The orders are too thin, and it's shot up all the way from this area. So there's gonna be a lot. I'm gonna anticipate that there's a lot of selling coming in. So maybe if it does something like this, maybe this could be an attempt if you want. But I think I'm just gonna sit it out, wait for a perfect setup, rather than chase all this. Okay, good to hear that it's helping at least one or two of you. Of course, it won't be as entertaining as a US trading stream lah, because there's always something going on in US. And the contrast here is that it's a lot easier. I think it's a lot easier to trade in Bursa, a lot more beginner friendly because it's slightly slower. But the trade-off is once you develop enough skill, it becomes boring because it's too slow. But for beginners, it's almost like training wheels. And when you learn how to ride a bike, you want to go fast, training wheels will only take you so far. So PEB continuing to shoot up. I don't mind if it shoots up, because we already know what happens when stock goes up a crazy amount in a short time. How many of you have been watching since January? I wonder. I recognize a few names that interact in chat from time to time. But I wonder how many of you who lurk in the dark, who are watching at the sidelines, how many of you have been watching since Jan? Not bad, PEB, shooting from 2 ringgit and 5 cents all the way up to 2 ringgit, almost 2 ringgit 20 cents. Not significant either. This one quite hard for me to buy in. And the setup, this kind of setups, the probability of it shooting up is not high. Seems like PEB is the only one. The only one with the rocket fuel. It's like COMPLET is coming up as well. PEB, Leon FB. COMPLET as well, shooting up. Whatever this guy does. Marine shipping, transportation. Interesting. Interesting. Put it on the side, gonna watch it for a while. So PEB, as quickly as it went up, it came down twice as fast. Back down to 205. Unless you're a god of prediction, or if you're very lucky, there's no way you catch this. There's no way. No, there's no. I mean, you could anticipate this as a resistance right here. I guess 217. COMPLET. Very strong move today. Very healthy on the orders as well. Surprising. I was expecting it to be like 10 to 20, 10 to 50 orders per price level only. Not bad. Not bad at all. It rejects around 149. Something like that. There will be interested. What's the daily like? Pushing up new highs, new highs, new highs. All the resistance all broken. It's at 148. What's the highest it's been? 150. Okay, 150 is the highest it's ever been. So no surprise that there's some sort of profit taking here around the 150 area. But if you crack 150, it's sky's the limit lah. So if we can see it reject around the 149, 150 level, it'd be quite nice for a breakout later. Break of day high, break of all-time highs. Few different breaks at the same time should result in quite a strong move. PEB, this kind of weird movement. So I'll give these one last look whether we even care for any movement. McLean, I think I'm not gonna bother anymore. AYS, probably not gonna bother anymore as well. Even if it sells off, there's not much downside for it to go anymore. Itronic, same story lah. Maybe I'll look at it later in the day, once every few hours, just to have a look at it. Here we go, complete. Let's go sell off, hold about 144 maybe, ideally 144, 143, 145. Give us flat line, maybe 10:30, 11 a.m. Can see something move on it. Again, gotta give it time. Don't rush into these trades. You know, if you're a trader, right, and you suffer from itchy hands, you constantly want to trade, right? Get a Rubik's Cube. It helps you get your mind off. Hello Dominic, this is your first time watching your live trade. Usually you watch my videos. Nice. Nice to see that you're waking up early to watch the live trades. Unfortunately today it's a bit slower. Most of the stocks we see, most of the stocks that we're looking at today are very, very slow. What are the main signs you look for in a trend reversal? All of my, give me a sec, let me look at complete. Okay. Most of my trades are based on price action. So you see the box below my face. Yep. So I look at how the momentum shifts from the selling to the buying, or from the buying to the selling. What platform do I use? I use TradingView. I have a few videos. I have a video on my how to start trading playlist on the platforms that I use. So I use TradingView as my charts. I use Hong Leong as my broker. I'm looking to transfer to M Plus soon because it gives me better rates. And obviously you see this small box below. That's not how the brokers work. I actually have my broker screen on the other side, right? I just overlay it on the screen below so that's easier for you guys to see. When I trade, I have to look left and right, left and right, left and right. How do I enable the 1 minute chart? As I can enable any minute chart I want, my friend. 2 minutes, you want 2 minutes? You want 7-minute chart as well? I can give you a 7-minute chart. So, if you want to know all the details, I have my videos. I have a lot of videos actually. Now that I look at it, just go to my channel, scroll down. It's all very beginner friendly. All of it is very beginner friendly. Even the trading, even the strategies, I would think is very beginner friendly because it's very straightforward. So I have the technical analysis stuff, basics that I use as well. Basically support, resistance, candlesticks, and orders. I don't really use indicators, right? Usually you see the VWAP on my chart, but I don't really use it to trade. I just use it to just look at where the price is. For all of you who are just discovering my channel, welcome. If it's your first time, make sure you subscribe. I post 2 videos a week. One on Tuesday night, one on either Friday night or Saturday afternoon. My goal is to basically educate you on how to trade Bursa, because when I started trading Bursa, there was literally no education. Most of the Bursa videos you see are like investing, and that's boring. I'm not a fan of investing, especially in Bursa. I rather, if I were to invest, I'd rather invest in the US or the China market. It's a sad reality. But trading is doable in Bursa. If you don't believe me, watch the previous few days of my streams. It's all on my channel. Just go and scroll through my channel. It's all there. If this is your first time watching the stream, unfortunately, I'm planning to move the streams private to my student group soon. Right, either mid-March, either start of March, mid-March, or end of March, depending on how I plan it to go. If you're interested to keep watching me live trade, right now there's a short delay because YouTube there's always a delay, but when I shift to streaming on Discord, there will be no delay in my streams. Yep, sad reality of Bursa. It's too controlled by we call them sharks, right? It's too controlled by sharks, and it only really works. I mean, you look at there's so many. There's actually, if you really do your research, there's actually so many stocks on Bursa that their net asset per share is higher than their share price. I mean, that doesn't make any sense, right? As in, if the company were to liquidate today, it can pay more. It can pay more to each shareholder than the current share price. So usually it makes sense to invest in those companies, but not in Bursa. All right. Thanks for tuning in, Dominic. Hope to see you around. Anyways, if you're interested to continue watching live trades, for now, I'll still be live trading on my channel 9 to 10 a.m. every day. Until then, if you're interested to sign up for weekly webinars and basically stock alerts where I alert my students for any stocks that I'm looking at, right? It's not really buy calls. I mean, I can't do buy calls, I can't do sell calls, so the most I can do is I let you know what stocks I'm looking at so that you can, I mean, most of my students already, even in the short period of time, the 2-3 weeks that they have been in the classes, it's very simple to identify how to play these stocks. So all I really need to do is let you know which stocks I'm looking at. You set your alerts, and then you can do it yourself already. Trust me, you don't need me to tell you where or what I'm getting into, because even you, once you learn the strategy, you will know. Anyways, let's look at AYS. Nothing. Itronic. Nothing. PEB. Complete. So yeah, there we go. This is exactly what we wanted. This is exactly what we mentioned. Flatline. Let's see a consolidation around this level. What's the high of the day? You set alert somewhere here. Students, if you already know, set your alerts, right? If it doesn't go, then it doesn't go. If it goes, then at least you know. No harm setting alerts. So why is my alerts lagging? Okay, So it's approaching 9:50. Today has been a slightly slower day, but as a trader, taking no trade is also technically a trade, right? Taking no position is technically a position as well. So we are betting, by taking no trades, we're betting that the market is not going to go in our favor. And that is one important thing you have to sort of understand as well, that it's harder to not take a trade than it is to convince yourself to enter a trade. So hope you have that discipline. Hope you're slowly building that discipline. Hopefully this stream is slowly building that discipline into you. Itronic dropping. Okay, I will have a look. Not bad. Okay, some dip forming. How's the orders like? Oh, yo, 30 cents are quite hard to play. Where could we potentially look for pickup? 35? Nah. If they continue showing some red, maybe they could have. Maybe you could have tried. But nah. I'm just gonna leave it for now. PB as well. I want to see it continue going up, but I don't think I'm going to trade this. If you're playing with a smaller account, this would be a perfect stock for you to trade because it's low float. You can fill in your 10 lots or your 50 lots, and it's like a rocket. So this would be a nice stock for you to trade if it fulfills the setup. Okay, it's sort of a bit more than I like already. So even if it continues pushing up, I don't think I probably wouldn't try. I don't like how it looks. So far, the only potential trade that I see is on COMPLET right now. Everything else, let's give a quick sweep lah. McLean, we know what McLean looks like. Lion, we know what it looks like. Leon as well, all gap up and sell off. Uchi Tech, Malawa is steel, so probably won't see much action on it lah. Steel is usually quite choppy. YLI, no structure. Uchi Tech, okay, not bad at all. No visible resistance over the past few years, so the first resistance is right here, what, 337 or even 335, 334? It's 337, 38. Uchi Tech. Probably will see quite heavy resistance at the 340 level. Another one not good. COMPLET. So only one or two stocks that are decent. I wouldn't even say it's decent. Playable, borderline playable. So if you found this stream helpful, if you enjoyed the stream, I would appreciate if you can just help me tap the like button below real quick. Help me reach, I want to try and reach 10 likes every single stream so that I can slowly grow this. I would really appreciate all of your likes, all of your support. It shows me that you're grateful that I come on every single day at 9 a.m. sort of guide you through this, guide you through the shit of Bursa, you know. That's basically what we are doing as traders, especially in Bursa. We're just professional shit sifters. We're just good at going through rubbish and looking for the pieces of shiny material. Not a glorified way to put it, but that is basically what I do every day. I look at 20 stocks, I pick up one or none. So I'm glad to see at least one person agrees with my analogy. So PEB. Set my alert higher in case it dips. If it dips now, there's not much support forming for it, but we'll have a look if it continues dipping. Electronic, McLean also selling. AYS, just not much going on. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comments, in the chat, in the comments, same thing. Obviously, if you're new, subscribe. I'm gonna drop a new video. Hopefully I can get it done by Friday night. If not, you'll see it on Saturday afternoon. Most likely Saturday afternoon, because nowadays, now with the students, I have classes on Friday night, so that usually takes up quite a lot of my time to prepare for it as well. Is there potential in Maybank? Oh, Maybank is one of the hardest stocks to trade because it's usually not so volatile. Why is that? It's usually not volatile because majority of the people who are holding the shares are holding for the long term. They're holding it for the dividends. You know, they've been buying all the way, every single dip they buy. So they probably bought in 760. They probably bought in $8. They probably bought in 760 again. So their average holding about 8 ringgit probably. Is there potential? By potential, you mean potential for trade? Definitely not. There's no chance for me to trade all these giant blue chips. So Maybank, TM, I think TM is another giant blue chip. What the? So yeah, these stocks are very, very hard to trade momentum, right? If you're asking me on potential upside potential, right, I don't know. I haven't done a single piece of fundamental analysis on any stock on the market. So I don't know what their quarterly profits are. I don't know what is their earnings per share. I don't know what is their potential future prospects. I don't know what is their dividend yield. I don't know. Sorry. That is not my expertise, and I'm not gonna act like I know. I'm not gonna act like I know everything about stocks. Because I don't wanna give you I don't wanna teach you things that I don't know lah, basically. I'll just stick to what I know, COMPLET, a bit of volume coming in. So 150 is the big resistance point. Once it breaks 150, honestly, I'm expecting it to push back down to 147. And then if the breakout is really happening, it will shoot back up. And if it doesn't, just stop out. If we don't see it go back up, that's where I stop out. So, oh no, wrong key again. Why do I keep hitting this button? My bad. So I'll definitely keep this in watch. Looks like it's pushing up. But the consolidation is a little short for my liking. Is there any news for COMPLET? Complete logistics. It's not results. Change of company secretary. Okay. That's an interesting piece of news. Let's see. Any news? Does anybody know if there's any news on Complete Logistics? Why is it up 12% today? Okay, anyway, so if any students are watching this right now, I will be posting the second breakout webinar, the breakout webinar part 2, which is a deeper look into the more unique, so the variants of breakouts, right? Because you've seen me trade different type of breakouts, so I'll be posting a webinar into the archives. If you haven't got access, make sure you go to the webinar chat room, scroll up, request for access. I don't see any news for COMPLET, to be honest. Maybe it's just a technical thing. No, not really. $147, 149. So the support looks pretty heavy. Apparently they pay good dividend. I mean, yeah, but if that is your thing, I heard that banks stopped dividend for a short while because of the pandemic, but I'm not sure if they resume it really. I could be very wrong. Okay, this is just something that I just recalled. If you want to invest, if you really want to invest in Bursa, just go blue chips. I guess that is the safest. Just TM Maybank. I don't know. TM Maybank Top Glove. I guess those that pay dividends. Oh, you're talking about COMPLET. My bad. When I think of dividend, I think of blue chips. COMPLET pays dividend. Let me see. Dividend, 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 dividend. Looks like they've been doing it yearly, almost. Not really. 2020 they issued dividend. 2019 they issued dividend. 2014, 2010. The changes, warrants, no warrants. Earnings aren't crazy either. The last news that they had was 7 months ago. Interesting. Maybe just one of those. Just gonna double check if I have anything on. Okay, I don't have anything on today, so probably just going to stream a few more minutes, maybe extend my stream by like 5 to 10 minutes to see if COMPLET starts to go boom. Honestly, ideally, I want to see it flatline a bit more. Let's close this. Media. Pushing so much. Hyptech, 40 million volume. Okay. Media, Hyptech. What's media like? Ugh. Hyptech, 40 million volume for this? What? That's it. So it looks like it's trying to punch through 147 already. Hyptech. Well, it's so far off the top, so yeah. Hi Maximus, welcome. I'm about to end the stream. Usually I stream 9 to 10 a.m. but feel free to scroll back the video if you're interested to see what we've done today. Not much happened today, very slow day, so set out of the market. But I stream 9 to 10 every day, so make sure you try and catch tomorrow, 9 a.m. Same, right here. Nine. So, should we see 149? Suddenly very slow on. Yep, no worries, rebels. See you tomorrow, 9 a.m. Build that habit. Wake up at 9 a.m. So we're slowly crunching through 147. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look down. So some sort of volume coming in. Now we just need to see some support building at 146, 147. So I want to see more buy orders on the 146, 147 level. It's quite slow, but the volume can come in any time. So still slowly churning. I mean, this is kind of what we want lah. We want it to flatline here. Per maju. What's per maju? What's this? Oh, 20 cents. Nah. Okay, looks like complete will need some time to consolidate. So I'm just gonna end the stream here. Students, if I take the trade, you'll be notified, but you should already know to look out for this stock lah. Okay, so thanks everybody for tuning in. I'll be live again 9 to 10 a.m. tomorrow. Hope to see you guys there. And yeah, take care. Have a great Thursday.